Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another tutorial. This time we're covering Clay versus SignalBase, although in my eyes they're two completely different platforms. And let me explain why. First thing first, Clay is an enrichment tool. Obviously, it's so massive, it can do a lot of things, but what a lot of people are missing is that they're pulling data from other API vendors like SignalBase that actually get the job done for them so they can pull that data straight from that API and only then showcase it into their Clay tables. Now, for those of you who actually know that Clay also has their own signals now, I do know it can get the job done, but here is the thing. If you want to set up a new funding signal, you're kind of limited to a few things. So number one, the CSV that you import, and that can actually go wrong because most of the time those accounts that you're going to pull in, they're stale. They're taken from platforms that are promising a lot of accounts, but there might be a lot of their data with a lot of accounts that are not relevant anymore. Or you can use an existing Clay table, but in order to use that existing Clay table, you already need to spend the buck. Cool. Now that we know that, let's showcase a few more things inside Clay. And this is the ability for you to discover Series A companies that just raised in the US, and they're SaaS companies with 250 employees. So just to simplify it, because I do know that the majority of the people that watch this video are not so tech savvy, so I'm just going to use the sculptor and I'm going to showcase how does that process looks like. So 5 Series A companies in the US who just raised this week with 250 employees. There you go. Let's press and see what is going to happen. Now it asks me, what do you actually want to do with this? What type of data? And I mentioned, give me the website, the LinkedIn, the key decision makers, the source of their Series A round that they raised. Why? Because I want to validate that. And boom, okay, awesome. Now we're here. First thing that I noticed is that I have TED conferences as a B2B SaaS company. I don't know why. Um, that's interesting. Either way, something else that I wanted to showcase, guys, is the fact that I need to add more columns. And as you can see, there are different APIs listed here. So if I press on absolutely everything that I need and just run it for the first 10 rows, what will happen is that I'm going to get charged. That's totally fine. It creates a role. And then as you can see here, I have the Claygen criteria running for the verification. I have multiple APIs in order to get that initial data. And this is exactly the point that I'm trying to make. Clay is using different APIs and it's an enrichment tool. Now, I will save all of the struggle from here and try to replicate that same use case in SignalBase. Okay, we're now in SignalBase, and as you can see, initially what is going on is that we have signals at scale. And the moment you move the filter out, we're going to showcase all of the signals that we just collected. So for instance, those two signals happened 35 minutes ago, 42 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, etc., etc. How does SignalBase work is ultimately we do scrape the entire internet in real time. And this is the major difference between this and another provider like Crunchbase. And whenever we capture a signal, we try to verify it. Within this dashboard, you only see signals or companies that have indicated a signal with a score of accuracy above 80%. Why? Well, because in that case, we help you to clean up the data in your CRM, the data in your workflows, and the data in your prospect list as a whole. So just to get it, I have 50 seconds left. Series A companies already in the US. So states, there we go, boom. And then we go team size 2 until 200. And there you go, guys. This is the list. From here, what you can do is check the list, and inside you have all of the data that you need together with the sources. Because again, once we discover a signal, we try to map out the different data points or the different sources so you can check it yourself, and the key decision makers. If you happen to if you happen to have the need to push this data straight up into Clay, you can do that by a simple webhook. I hope that happened to open your eyes, guys. Let me know what you think.